It's a college baseball program with 4 national titles and decades of success, but suddenly a team trip is canceled amid troubles with the coach.
Fox Connecticut's Beau Berman investigates NCAA sanctions, missing money, and verbal abuse at Eastern Connecticut State University. Beau.
Yeah, Brett, Allison, Bill Holowati is like the Joe Paterno of baseball at Eastern Connecticut State University. He's been head coach for 4 decades, won 4 national titles, only missed the playoffs 5 times in 44 years. But like Paterno, as a legendary coach, is now accused of misconduct that some believe is now negatively affecting his team. The Eastern Connecticut State University Warriors are a powerhouse program in New England Division III baseball.
It's one of the best Division III programs in the country.
Eastern has enjoyed decades of success, and part of that tradition is starting each year with a spring trip to play in warm weather. But for the first time in more than 30 years, that won't happen.
And then I believe in early January we got told that the trip wasn't going to happen, so it took us all by surprise.
Dean Sear is one of several parents who were shocked when, after paying hundreds of dollars, the February trip was suddenly canceled. ECSU wouldn't talk on camera, but a spokesperson told us there wasn't enough private fundraising for the Florida trip this year, so they've scheduled an alternative trip to New Jersey in March. But that's a far cry from past trips like last year's to sunny Arizona. And some parents we contacted believe the canceled trip is part of a ploy by the school to create controversy around the coach, who we learned already has a checkered past. Even before the cancellation of the spring trip, a source had contacted Fox Connecticut indicating a series of misconduct from the head coach during his tenure with the program. We filed an open records request and found out that it was true. There was a history of bad behavior from Coach Bill Holowati. Now, some parents believe that could be a reason why the university may be trying to force him out of the program. The NCAA sanctioned Eastern after an investigation found Holowati violated a policy by harassing an official. Our records request also found a university police investigation looking at whether Holowati double-dipped on travel reimbursements. This leading police to submit an arrest warrant to a judge. The coach also has a history of physical and verbal abuse, in one instance arguing with, swearing at, and pushing a student. Coach Holowati says he knows nothing about the arrest warrant, but did address the other allegations of abuse and theft of taxpayers' money, saying, quote, "I've sworn at players. You do some things you're not proud of. I've done nothing that's illegal or profits me or my family."
This could affect future recruiting classes down the road.
Despite possible long-term ramifications, many parents like Sear are supporting Coach Holowati and hoping the team can continue the tradition of success this season with or without the trip to Florida.
So we got to put it behind us, move forward, and hope for a great season and maybe another national championship.
Now, each player or their parents paid a minimum of $300 for that spring trip to go to Florida, paid that into a university fund. Some paid thousands or more. Parents and players can get the money back if they wish, but some, like Dean Sear, say they'll just leave the money as a donation. Reporting in the newsroom, Beau Berman, Fox, Connecticut.